Now at 5, the big go at Indianapolis Raceway Park. We're going to talk with a driver who's won this big event 3 times. Antron Brown is right here on Channel 13 coming up.
Oh, and the weather is going to be great for NHRA or anything you have planned this weekend. I'll have your forecast.
It gets more and more dangerous as each day goes by.
Neighbors frustrated by overgrown weeds.
We've got the safety concerns they're raising tonight. Live from Indy on a Friday evening, you're watching 13 News at 5.
Oh, love that sound. You can hear the roar of the engines coming from Brownsburg as the biggest drag race of the year is underway at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. This, of course, is a tradition. Thousands attend every year.
Yeah, race fans and drivers really looking forward to a fast, loud, and beautiful Labor Day weekend for the U.S. Nationals. We've got Rich and I live at the drag strip where pro qualifying gets underway tonight. Hi, Rich.
Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous out here at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. We're going to have some fast speeds tonight, under the lights qualifying in these cool conditions. Antron Brown from Pittsburgh is a 3-time champ in this event, 4-time champion in Top Fuel. In fact, he's the defending champ in Top Fuel. You're always on a good mood, always excited, but I know you're super excited for another year of the U.S. Nationals.
Absolutely. This is our Super Bowl right here. So to come out here in Indy, see the brand new big Wally Parks Tower to bring the energy of this sport always has, and come to the U.S. Nationals, try to do it again. Rich is going to take a lot of work, a lot of team effort, man, but we're ready for that challenge.
What is the atmosphere like for this event, and especially you've got to expect huge crowds with this weather you've got?
Oh, you're looking at it already. The people, I mean, we don't even run until 8 o'clock tonight, so you can see the crowds already at the gates trying to come in. Everybody from east to west, north to south, across the world. This is the drag races of all drag races, and you can see everybody comes out here and races Indy like it's their last race. If you want to win, if you don't win a championship, you want to win Indy.
If I remember right, you're from New Jersey originally.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, you're a Hoosier now, right? So this is a home race, right?
Yeah, it's home race. I mean, right here on the edge of Brownsburg and Pittsburgh. I've been here since 2001. So being here for all these years, my kids grew up and went to Brownsburg High School and through the elementary schools, and now my son Anson goes to IU. So it's just good to be here and to call this home. This is like kind of home away from home for me, from where I grew up in New Jersey, but this is the racing capital of the world. And when I grew up as a kid, it was all about coming to Indy.
Antron, right there on your uniform is Lucas Oil, one of your sponsors. We lost Forrest Lucas last weekend. How much did he mean to your racing career? How much has he supported you?
Forrest supported so many people out here. He's definitely the pulse, the heart, blood, and soul of NHRA sports professional ranks. He supported the little guy and little gal all the way up to the pros, and his family is a tribute of what this sport's all about. You work hard, you give it all you got, and you can live that American dream. And he shared his vision, his passion, his dream with all of us here in drag racing, and our hearts go out to his family. And Forrest, this whole race this weekend is for Forrest Lucas.
Antron, good luck this weekend. And Forrest Lucas will be remembered in special opening ceremonies tonight here at 7 o'clock at Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park.
All right, Rich, thanks so much. And we also want to let you know that the Indianapolis Colts are also planning to honor Forrest Lucas.
They're planning a special tribute during their Week 2 game against Denver coming up September 14th. Lucas Oil has been the stadium naming partner since it opened back in 2008.
Operation Football is back tonight. We enter the second week of the high school football season.
Dom and Eli are on the road right now. They're heading to Brownsburg, where they're going to meet up with our Band of the Week coming up at 5:30. They got a lot of games to cover tonight.
Yeah, 9 in fact that we're going to see tonight at 11. Already looking ahead to next week. Dom stopped by Lebanon High School for our sunrise kickoff this morning. And now we need your help picking the school to feature next Friday morning.
So you can vote right now on the school you want us to go to Friday morning. Your choices are Whiteland, Greenfield, Central, or Beech Grove High Schools. Beech Grove, Greenfield, Central, or Whiteland.
And you can vote right now over on WTHR.com/Operation Football. But back to this week and the great weather we're seeing for those games under the Friday night lights.
Yeah, hopefully the nice weather sticks around for college football tomorrow, Angela.
It is. We've got great temperatures, 70s the next couple of days, and then a little bit of a warm up. Plenty warm for end of summer activities if you're headed to the lake or the pool for one more time. Friday night football forecast is a good one. Temperatures in the low 70s for kickoff will drop into the 60s for the second half of those high school football games. And remember, you can get all of the action, Operation Football, all the highlights when you join us tonight at 11. Temperatures right now in the 70s. We're as cool as 72 Richmond, as warm as 79 degrees in Bedford. Mix of sun and clouds at this hour. There is a little weather system we'll keep an eye on right now, producing a few showers up to our north and west. It slides southeast during the early half of tomorrow. You can see it here with Future Track 13. Brings us at the minimum a few clouds and a slight chance of a couple of showers north and west. The rest of the holiday weekend forecast in just minutes.
Angela, thank you. Developing tonight, the suspect in 2 attempted rapes on the Monon Trail is now under arrest.
Our Brandon Chef explains tonight how detectives identified him as the suspect.
The Monon Trail is a popular place for people to bike, walk, and run. And with an arrest made for 2 attempted rapes right here on the trail, there's relief for the people who use it.
These incidents happened in back-to-back weeks in August, police arresting a 27-year-old man for his alleged involvement in both of them. In both cases, the victims were attacked on the trail. Good Samaritans who witnessed the first attack intervened.
We're thankful to the victims and the Good Samaritans who are brave and who cooperated with the police, which led to the ultimate arrest of these individuals.
Detectives believe the 2 attacks were related based on the similarity in the way that he allegedly attacked them. According to a probable cause affidavit, the first victim was beaten and choked, losing consciousness. The second victim was also choked and lost consciousness. The suspect was identified through forensic evidence. Captain Shane Foley called these horrific and violent attacks.
This individual being off the streets, we're hoping brings a sense of peace and comfort to anyone who uses the trails, whether it be the Monon or anywhere else in the city.
Catherine Bowie and Scott Meek are friends and were riding bikes on the Monon Trail on Friday. They say that they're relieved an arrest was made and stress the importance of being aware of your surroundings.
Especially as a female, you're always doing something to protect yourself and being aware. I think that is this, unfortunately, the society we live in today.
Bowie says that she rarely goes on the trail alone or in the dark and carries pepper spray. Meek added that you can never let your guard down.
Even though we're together, I'm constantly looking, not only for, oncoming cars and vehicles, but somebody that might be somewhat questionable.
Brandon Chef, 13 News.
The suspect faces preliminary charges of felony kidnapping, attempted rape, and strangulation. Police tell us he could face additional charges as well.
Tonight, a man accused of neglect in his toddler's death and wanted by Metro Police is under arrest. Chicago Police and U.S. Marshals took Leonte Anderson into custody in Chicago. His arrest comes a little more than a week after Metro Police say they were looking for him. The Marion County prosecutor charged him, saying he knowingly placed his daughter Harmony in a dangerous situation when he left a loaded gun where she could get it. She died after accidentally shooting herself at their home near I-70 in Rural last month.
Tonight at 5, neighbors are raising concerns about the safety of an intersection in the Arlington Woods neighborhood.
A biker was hit and killed in a car accident there last year. And now neighbors tell our Jenna Webster they're worried tall weeds will cause another accident.
So this is that intersection, Elmhurst Drive and 30th Street. And these are the weeds in question. Now, to put it into perspective, I'm about 5'2", and these weeds are definitely taller than me. The weeds are out past the guardrail and blocking the view of oncoming traffic. Deneen Hurt often visits her parents on the street at her childhood home. When trying to turn left, she's in the middle of the intersection before she can see to safely cross traffic. But even that's not safe.
Because you can't see, you're literally out into the road, and then there's really no stopping time for that. Once you're out there, you're out there. So I'm afraid somebody's going to be seriously injured or killed if someone's coming the other direction at a high rate of speed.
Hurt says her dad's reports to Indy's Mayor Action Line have gone unanswered. Another woman says the same. A third neighbor believes the city hasn't cut the weeds in 2 years. Now, it isn't just the weeds that neighbors on this Elmhurst Drive are concerned about. They also think speeding has become a bit of a problem on 30th Street, so they wouldn't mind seeing some speed traps or better speed enforcement out here. Jenna Webster, 13 News.
Jenna, thank you. We reached out to the city to ask when they last cut the weeds at that intersection and if there were plans to cut them back soon. They say they're looking into it.
20 years ago, all of us were glued to our TV screens as we took in the devastating images coming out of New Orleans.
And no one had any idea about the damage Hurricane Katrina would cause until we saw the pressure it put on the levees as they broke. The Weather Channel meteorologist Stephanie Abrams has a look now at the damage still in that city today.
The scars from Hurricane Katrina from 20 years ago are still here. We are standing just on a slab of concrete. They never built back whatever structure was here. And that's the story, unfortunately, a lot through the lower 9th Ward. You can see behind me a home that still has boarded up windows, and it looks like even potentially some mold growing on that home. We are actually about 7/10 of a mile from the levee, and though some stuff hasn't come back, that's not the case for everyone that has lived in the 9th Ward.
Once we realized that the water wasn't going down, we headed to the I-10 bridge and we headed to the Superdome. Once we got on that bridge, we thought that we would have been able to get inside of the Superdome, but the National Guards basically told us we couldn't get off the interstate. We had to go to the convention center. And when we talk about the culture of the city of New Orleans, that's what keeps this city together. Yeah. We didn't been through so much, but the culture is what keeps us together.
Now, Hollis tells me that they were just over 3 miles from the levee and still had that much water in their home that they had to evacuate and, of course, eventually come back and help rebuild this community. In the lower 9th Ward, I'm meteorologist Stephanie Abrams.
You know, to today's college students, Hurricane Katrina is really a piece of American history.
Tonight, how one professor is using this tragedy to teach his architecture students. You'll see that story new at 5:30.
First at 5, giving Republicans more seats in Congress, the move just made in Texas today.
Plus, honoring the victims, how the Minneapolis community is coming together to help their families after this week's school shooting.